So, at the news conference for UFC305 on Friday, August 16, Israel Adesanya was crying after sharing heated comments with his opponent on Sunday morning, Dricus du Plessis. During the press conference for the fight, which will take place in Australia on Saturday or Sunday morning, depending on your own location, Israel Adesanya and du Plessis, they were trash talking, before Du Plessis hit a nerve that caused Israel Adesanya to cry. Israel Adesanya was saying that when he wins, first of all, he will go to Nigeria. From Nigeria, he will now go to South Africa from South Africa, he will now go to Australia for the fight. After which, he will now go to New Zealand. And Du Plessis was asking him if he is going. He said, I quote, "Are you taking the servants with you when you are going back to Africa with the belt?" Actually, he was referring to an interview, a recent interview in which Adesanya admitted that he had made when he was growing up. So Israel Adesanya did not like that comment from Du Plessis, which made him to, started crying. He responded, he said, my mother had to wake up 4 a.m. to clean the banks while my mom studied to be a nurse. But that's not even what I'm going to talk about. But I'm very sure this is beyond Israel Adesanya and Du Plessis. And I just want Israel Adesanya to defeat Du Plessis because it's a South African and Nigerian thing. I see Du Plessis claiming all the time he's the first residing African to win UFC middle belt. That you are first residing, if you like, you live in the moon, wherever you like, you live in. Israel Adesanya is a Nigerian. His mother is Nigerian. His father is Nigerian. Just that he based in New Zealand doesn't change his nationality, doesn't change his origin or his roots. So I mean, it's been a long time. This has to be between South Africa and Nigeria. Just not quite long. A South African lady by birth, by nature, Chidema was rejected by South Africans that she should not compete in Miss South Africa. So I think Nigerians were more interested in this fight. We just want Israel Adesanya to defeat this guy because it's not just between them, it's between Nigeria and South Africa. And I don't see any chances of this guy even defeating Israel Adesanya, because I'm very sure that Israel Adesanya will defeat Dricus du Plessis. And the odds are there. There is no way this guy will defeat Israel Adesanya, and I'm very, very confident with this match. Israel Adesanya have 24 wins, while this guy has 21 losses. Israel Adesanya had 3. This guy had 2 wins by knockout. Israel Adesanya had 16 wins by knockout, and this guy just had 9. 0 win by submission, and Du Plessis has 10 wins. Those guys he won by submission, they are just upcoming UFC fighters, So I just want, I can't wait for the match on Sunday morning, depending on your location, Saturday night or Sunday morning, depending on your location. And I am very sure that Israel Adesanya will defeat this guy. He's been talking too much. It's just his first time handling the belt. He just won, the belt. He has not even defended. It's the first time defending the UFC middleweight, and he's all over the place talking, and South Africans are hyping him. He's just trash talking carelessly. But I know Israel Adesanya has taken much of his time to recover. The guy just allowed himself to be defeated so that he can rest. When you have the UFC middleweight belt, guys will be challenging you. They would want you to defend that belt, and you'll get in a lot of fights. In 1 year, you can fight twice. So he just decided to give up the belt to rest, and now he's coming back to take the belt. Whether he's going to go with his servants or with his parents or whatever, Du Plessis will lose this belt, and I'm very sure about that. That will happen, and maybe by knockout. Israel Adesanya will obviously knock this guy out. He's been talking too much, and I know this is just a kind of South Africa versus Nigerian thing. We've defeated South Africa in every front, both in football, in volleyball, whatever. In any competition that Nigeria meets South Africa, will always defeat them, both male and female. So this time around, We are very much prepared. Whether he's a residing African or not, that won't count. When Israel Adesanya will win him, we defeat him on Sunday morning, we will now take that belt back to Nigeria to prove to him that he is not just a residing African, he is a Nigerian.